Good morning once again. I come your way. This is College Chinabua from OBI TTC. That's OBI Technical Training Center. Yes, I've been sharing some episode on quantity surveying and some of the things that we can find in quantity surveying and some of the benefits of it. Yes, at our last episode, we looked at the XMM7. We looked at the functions and the purpose of XMM7. We looked at some of the units of items that we can find in XMM7. That's where we have the metric, that is the meter, that's the linear. We have the superficial, that is for the area. We have the volumetric, that is for the volume. Yes, today I'm coming your way again with another section, that is the building and the design team. For every construction project, there is a design team, and they have functions and the roles that they play in the design team. They make sure that the building is successfully constructed and it's also completed on time. So we have the various members which forms the team. So when we look at the design team, we can find one as the client. Yes, so the client is our first priority when it comes to the building team or the design team, because he's the one that gives the project for other engineers or other specialists to also consulted or to be part of the team, that they can make sure that the contract is executed or the project is executed to a finish. Yes, so if you look at the client, that is our main priority over here. So the client gives us the work, is the one that provides the funds for the project, and is the one that the project belongs to. Yes, and is the one that foresees that the project is constructed according to how he wants it or she wants it to be done. Yes, then the next we look at the architects. So there I say the architect plays the chief role. That's the chief consultant on the design team or the building team. His main responsibility is to make sure that he prepares the working drawing that is needed for the construction project to be executed. So he design the elevations for the drawing, he design the plan, the sections, and the architectural drawings and everything, and including the 3D if the client requests for that one too. So he's the chief consultant among the building team or the design team. He controls the other engineers or other specialists which are part of the building team. So the architect plays the chief role, the chief responsibility of the design team. Then when we come to the structural engineer, a structural engineer is there to help with the structural drawing and also structural analysis, which is part of the building project or the construction project. So we have buildings. If you are building a 2-story, a 3-story building, we have what we call structures. That is the column, the beams, the floors, and all those things that holds the building for it to stand, and also including the foundation. So the structural engineer is there to design the structures for the foundation, including the columns, for the beams, the lintels, the slabs, and all those things. So his chief role is to make sure that the structure which is part of the construction project is designed successfully and is safely designed that it can carry any imposed load that is coming on the building. So the structural engineer is also one of the chief people part of it. He also plays a major role and works hand in hand with the architect. After the architect has done the designs for the sections, the elevation, and all those things, the structural engineer also do the design for the structural part, and that one will also be added to the main working drawing, then to be part of it when we are executing the project. Then when we come to the mechanical engineer. The mechanical engineer in the design team also plays a role when it comes to the mechanical service. Example, we have the fire extinguishers, we have the hose rails, we have mechanical service like installation of air conditioning services and other things, smoke detectors and all those things. So it falls under the mechanical engineer. His responsibility or her responsibility is to make sure that all those things are well designed and well positioned at the advantage point that is necessary. Those things are very necessary. You have to look at. Some mechanical engineers designed and they put fire extinguishers at positions that are not needed. And during a fire breakout or something, you realize that even as searching for where the fire extinguisher will be a problem. So normally the fire extinguisher is supposed to be positioned at a place that it will be required or to be needed. As soon as possible that there is a fire outbreak or something, they can easily get access to the fire extinguisher and the work can be executed. The fire can be quenched off. So the mechanical engineer is there to bring a design for the services and all those things that is needed. Where the air conditioning is supposed to be positioned, where the hose road is supposed to position, if it's a commercial building, it's a residential building, where the fire extinguisher is supposed to be, and other services that is included. So his service is also needed in the building team or the design team because it also forms a major part of it. When we come to the service engineer is more of like a consultant who also work with the architect. He gives advice to both the architect, gives advice to both the structural engineer, and give advice to both also the mechanical engineer. If there's any design fault or any problem that is arising during the construction of the project, a service engineer will advise on what to do and how to also carry it out, that the project will be successfully constructed without any problem. Major role in the design team, so he's also very important and needs to be part of it. Then we come to the electrical and electronic engineer. So we have services, that is provision of electrical power, provision of lighting and all those things. So the electrical engineer or the electronic engineer is there to design the electrical layout, the position of the socket, the position of the switch, the position of the lighting and all those things, as designed by the architects. So you realize that the electrical engineer will also make sure that he works with the architects accordingly on how the positions and everything is going to be executed. Then they all come into one conclusion. So the electrical engineer is also there to take care of all the electrical installation, including the wiring, including the conduits and the other services. So he falls under the first fix, second fix, and the third fix. That is, we have the conduit installation and we have the electrical wiring. Then we have the final, which is the appliances. That is the bulbs and the other stuffs that is needed in the construction project. Then when we come to the private stroke consultant quantity surveyor, yes, then we are coming down to the real deal. Then we are talking about someone who is there to defend the budget, so someone who is there to protect the client on expenditure, someone who is there to make sure that the project is executed to a point where the client will not spend more money or will do a cost overrun or something. So the responsibility of the quantity surveyor is to make sure that it gives a brief budget or an estimate for the entire project, and make sure also controls and regulates the budget and the funds that is needed for the project. So per every stages that will be executed, the quantity surveyor has to make sure that the cash flow is done well, the cash flow analysis, everything is done well, the supply of material to site, everything is also is done well. So the purpose of this quantity surveyor purposely is to make sure that the project is executed and completed on time on the right budget, to prevent a cost overrun from the client, and also make sure that he monitors the funds that goes in and out of the project. Yes, so a quantity surveyor is also very important and needs to play a major role in their construction industry. So with this as a design team, all these people are people that plays a vital role in the design team, and they are needed. Without them, the project cannot be executed and completed on time, and the project can also not be executed according to the budget, and it will not give a forecast to the client through for him to know how much the project will cost and how long the project will take to be finished. So all these people plays a major role in them. So in the design team, we need all these people so that the project can be successfully constructed. Yes, we have other things that we'll be looking at. Maybe on our next episode, we'll look at other functions and other things that falls in the design team, then other things that we can also find in quantity surveying, which is relevant and can help. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and I know it will be very educative to you, and also try to learn and follow more about what we are doing. I'll see you next time we meet again. Bye.